friend, I'm going to show you how you can edit the call to action section. Okay, so if we scroll down here, keep scrolling, you might notice I just added the same kind of images here. Nothing special, I just wanted to get rid of those dummy images. Keep scrolling down and you'll see we have two call to actions. I know that one says get in touch and the other one says subscribe, but both of these are call to actions. They're getting people to take the next step, and that can be subscribe, so putting their email address in, and usually this one here, it's just got a button to help people, to take people to where you want to take them. You can see here that they're both this very horrid blue color, and what we can do is we can have either one or the other. Okay, I don't think we need to have both of them there, especially not right next to each other. We can keep them if we want to have both of them there, but I would recommend that you break it up by putting a couple of things in between. And you can see here that I just dragged the video section, which we'll be working on later, above it. Okay, and now you can see that the blue is broken up. It's a little bit nicer. You've got a call to action here where it's just a button, so you can take them to wherever you want to take them to. It could be your products page, it could be a landing page, services page, blog, whatever you want it to be. Wherever you want to send people, this can take them there. Your contact page, okay, if that's the next step that people need to take. Yes. So let's start with this one, and in the second half we will edit this one here. All right, so here we're just going to do a bit of styling, so let's get rid of that blue background. So here I'm going to go into the section settings, because the blue background is most likely in the section because it covers the entire width of the page and it's encompassing the row and the module. So here we'll go into content, background, and here you can see it's a gradient, so it's lighter here and darker here, so we go into the gradients tab, and let's create some kind of gradient. So maybe it can be this one here, and maybe this one here, or even black. Black might be, you know, more of our color, or even this color up there. So here maybe that nice brighter color could work better. Okay, maybe I could even make it a bit darker by maybe dragging it down a little bit. So you can see I'm dragging it down towards the black. It's just a similar color, just a darker shade. Alright, so it looks about right. I might change the gradient direction. Oops, gradient direction. So it's more of an angle. I quite like 165 degrees, maybe 160 degrees right there. It's kind of going up from the top up left to the bottom right there. Or I might just scrap the gradient. I don't know if I like that color. I think it looks quite ugly now come to think of it, and I can just choose this one, nice big bold color right there. I think that looks great, and I love bold. I think it looks good. Now with this writing here, title, I might keep it in line with our, you know, this kind of style. So let's go to title text and the heading 1. And this one here, we'll make it on an angle. We'll make it capital. Now let's see what we had here. Design, heading text. It was default regular. Or is it railway? I think it's railway. Yep. If we ever want to know, you know, which one it is, we can just hover over this. If we see this little paintbrush symbol, we tick it here and it will take us to the right tab. So here I might be trying to edit H6, but I don't have an H6 in this particular text module. So if I hover over here and I click on that, click on it again, where is it taking me to? Anyway, it's taken me to the heading text, but not the right tab. Okay, but what we can do is if we click on it and then it goes that blue, gives us that blue border, that means we're on the right one. So here, railway, heavy, uppercase, italicized, and centered. So I like to keep these consistent for consistency. And what I can do, I can go copy heading text styles, and down here, hopefully I can paste heading text styles. But what it's done here is this title obviously isn't a heading 2, it's a heading 1. So even though we've gotten the same heading styles from the other one, it's given me the wrong ones for this one in particular. Okay, so default, yes, we'll keep it that. We'll give it ultra bold, uppercase, italicized. It's already in the middle there, and that's good. Let's see if it looks good as black. Not bad. All of our text is black except for this the black, the white on top of the black there. So let's see if it looks good as just black. Now I'm going to change the text font to, let's say dark. Yep, dark. And what about this button? See, all of my buttons are red here. They're the ones that stand out the most. So it doesn't look very good as a white button. Even though it does stand out, I think it looks a bit weird. Oh, I just edited the wrong thing. Now, edit the button background. I'm going to move my face over here. And we'll change it to maybe this gold color. And the border to be this gold color as well. That's not too bad. It stands out. It stands out enough. And it's slightly different from the rest. So that's how we can style that one simply. We could make it, see if we can make it black and the text white. See if that looks good. It doesn't look too bad actually. But maybe I want to keep the buttons that we click red. So that means I would have to change the background style. So I'd have to save that, go back here to the section settings, go to background. Maybe I'll change it to this color. There we go. And then here, go to this call to action settings and go to the design tab, go to the button, go to the background and make it red. There we go. Now that looks a bit better. Now it's a bit more in line with here. And maybe I'll keep it at that. The other thing is to keep the background in line with this one here, so it could be better. Let's try it again. Let's go to section settings, background, and change it back to this more muted color here. Now this get in touch button stands out a lot more. It's actually more in line with our branding. There we go. Maybe we'll keep it as that. Now, let's do this subscribe module. What we're going to be doing is we're not going to be actually connecting our Aweber account or our email service provider to this yet because we haven't got up to that stage, and I haven't talked about setting up an automated email marketing service provider. So what we're just going to be doing right now is styling this section right here. Now, maybe I will keep it the same as the one above, just to keep it on brand. And also, I just went into the section settings again. I'll get rid of this gradient that we don't want, and I'll go back into this this one here, and I'm just going to grab this background setting. this background color right there. There we go. Yep. That's in line with our branding. It's not super standout at the moment, but that's okay. So what we're going to do is we'll change the subscribe button. So title text, we'll go default, which is our railway, I believe. Ultra bold, capital, italicized. There we go. And let's make it black. I like to always keep my text colors black so that it matches and everything's quite similar. So let's make the button text color white. We'll make the background of the button red. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. That's all right. I'm trying to edit a button that doesn't exist for this particular section module here. So now if I want to edit this button, this is a completely different module. So I was doing styles that, changing styles that didn't exist. So here, go into settings, design. This is the module that will connect to your Aweber account or your MailChimp account, whatever account that you have, that's your email marketing provider. So let's go to button. Button text color is white, that's good. And the background, we want it to be this red color and the border. There we go. So now we've edited that subscribe section. Yeah, there we go. You know, maybe I want to make the subscribe section a different background. I can do that by, clicking one of these. There we go. Maybe we'll keep it as that so that it kind of stands out a bit. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Our website's starting to look pretty good. All right. So now we've styled that area. If we want to connect it with our email service provider, we are going to have to do that here. But we won't do that yet. Okay. And this has been editing the call to action. Of course, there's plenty of other things that you can do to edit this. For example, this could be some kind of opt-in where they receive something. Now, I could probably create something to make it look like they're downloading something cool. Maybe it is the Motorbike Hero tools or equipment requirements. So you might need if you are just getting into repairing your motorbike, you will want to set up some tools you're going to need tools in order to fix your bike, right? But you don't know where to start. So maybe they have a PDF download of all the list of tools that you will need for any of these courses or to fix your motorbike. Okay, so in order to do that, I would like to have an image of the PDF to give people more of an incentive. If they can see what the PDF looks like and they go, oh, okay, I get it. I'm going to be downloading that particular PDF right there with all of those tools on it. So what I would do is I would, open up my trusty Canva account. I will create a design, and I'm not going to design this whole thing. I'm going to just do a dummy design. So A4 document. So now I've just got a A4 kind of PDF document, and maybe I can look in a template list. 4 ways to talk yourself up. There's a list there. There's a list here. Checklist. Maybe like a simple one here. Maybe I can have a cover on it. That could be cool. So maybe I'll put that cover there. And then the next image could be... Alright, I'm gonna just grab any old one so I don't spend way too much time looking at this. Alright, what's this one right there? There we go. So what I want to do is I want to make this more styled to what more styled for motorbikes. This is definitely not motorbike tool kind of stuff. So motorbike. It'd be good if it was a portrait, vertical, orientation vertical. Okay, nice. We could do this one here. Position to back. Now we have this over the top. Maybe I might make this a bit transparent so I can see the background. And here I can say every motorbike maintenance tool you'll ever need. Or maybe that's it. And we'll make that our brand color. Actually, this one here, I could put a filter over it, or an effect over it. Maybe like that, an orange or something. Pixelate. Maybe the sepia. There we go. That's a bit more on brand. This one here, I want it to be, what are our brand colors? What are our brand colors? Let's have a look at this orange here. So I'm just going to go into here, find the button, and see if I can grab this hex code. There we go. There it is. I could have gotten it from my Canva style guide, actually. So I'm going to put it into there. There we go. There we go. I can change this to maybe that. Maybe I can just get rid of this one here. And let's put our logo on it. So here I'm just going back to that logo that I've created. Is it there? Let's do this white one here. Copy and paste. There we go. Maybe I'll just chuck that up there. Maybe I can get rid of that one. Put it in the middle. Like that. And this one, I'll make sure that it's the font that I want. So I like Railway. Railway black italic. There we go. But I don't want that big. The only motorbike maintenance tools you'll ever need. There we go. Let me make this a bit smaller, like that. Put that in the middle. Put this in the middle. And we have our cover here. Okay, you might hear my dogs running around a bit. Now I don't need to put all of the, I don't need to do the list yet because I've just created the PDF design, just the front page. So I'm going to download that. So download PDF. Actually, I'm going to download a PNG because right now I only want to put it as an image to demonstrate what I'm going to be giving people. So I can just do compress file. Actually, if you don't have the premium version of Canva, you won't have these options here. I do because I use Canva a lot, but you don't need to have to do these. So just download it and we will compress it using tiny PNG. Okay, so motorbike tools cover image. Okay, then I'll save it into the right place. Yep, here we go. Make sure I get rid of that. Okay, save, and now let's compress it. So here I'm gonna do that. Go to where I keep my thingamajig. Here we go. Open. Download that compressed file. Yep, I want to replace the old one. Now we have it and we can upload it here to our site. Okay, so I wanted to have it somewhere here in our our subscribe area. So I might have the image on the right here and this subscribe on the left. So how do I do that? So I can see here that if I hover over the row, there's just one row. But what I want is to have two columns. Sorry. So currently there's one column, but I would like to have the subscribe on the left and the image on the right. Maybe the image will be about this small or this wide, and the subscribe will be that wide. So I'm going to do that now. Great. So here you can see here that this module is actually in a different row. I'm just going to drag this one up into underneath that row right there, and I can delete that because I don't really need it. So now we've got the subscribe on the left and this empty spacing here on the right. But here this has gone a little bit small. I want it to kind of fill up that whole width of that column that we just added in. So I'm going to click on module settings, and if I go to design, it's part of the sizing. So here the width is currently set to 65%, and now I want to increase that size to 100%, but it looks like it hasn't really changed too much of it. It might be because there's some margin or padding happening that I'm not really sure about. So let's troubleshoot this and see what's going on. So we'll go to spacing. Doesn't look like there's too much there. Maybe I'll just double check that these are set at 0. All right, so now it's kind of moved itself over to the left. Now I want to make sure that it's layout. Let's go to sizing and put it in the middle. So there it is, it's in the middle. Okay. Now, but I wonder what's going on here. That's weird. Okay, let's keep looking. Let's go back to sizing, width, max width. No, that's fine. We can just keep that to auto. none. Spacing, that's fine. Animation, transform, what's going on here? No, doesn't look like there's too much else happening. Now you can see here, this is my way of figuring out what's going on when I don't really know what's happening, because I don't know everything. This is what I do. Full width, yeah, full width, fields, yeah, fields margin, no, don't really need to change any of these. Don't really need to change too much of these. Anyways, I might come back to it later and then I'll let you know what I come up with. It might potentially have something to do with this, the row here, maybe the spacing with the row. Doesn't look like there's too much happening here. That's all right. We'll skip that and move on. So what we want to do is we want to add an image here. So add new module, and I want to put in image. Here we go. So here I'll click on this settings button over the image. Now I want to upload a file because it's not already in my media library. So I select that file. I go to wherever that one was, this one here, open. And I will add an alt text. So what I'll do in the alt text is I'll go motorbike hero. Now the only motorbike maintenance tools you'll ever need. It's important to have that there because people who are vision impaired cannot see this image, so they don't know what it says in it. So we need to tell them what it says. So if there's any text in your image, then I recommend that you put those text in there so it gets read out to them when they have their readers telling them what's in the image. Now let's upload that. And here we can see that this image of the PDF that people can download are right here. And in this little thing here, we might, instead of having to subscribe, we might have it as download the PDF. This is the call to action that we want people to do. Okay, so what I want to do is I want it to make it look like this is a standout thing. So let's go to design. And by stand out, I mean I want it to pop out of the screen. So here I just went to box shadow and I clicked on this first one here. This is the one that I like the most. I also really like this one if I want it to be more subtler and more subtle pop out. And you can see that's a little bit more aggressive there because this is a PDF, and I might like it to be a little bit more aggressive like that. Okay, so what I can also do is I can transform it, and some things that I like doing is kind of making it go a little bit of an angle, you know, maybe not too much. It's maybe 1 degree, just like that, or even 2 degrees. Yeah, something like that. There we go. So what I can do is, if I want this to be, it's pretty aligned evenly, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. Okay, I think that's it. I don't really need to do any more with this. I'm pretty happy with it. I think I may have done something there. I'm not really sure what I did, but I like to just fix things up if I've made some changes but aren't really using it. There we go. Let's spacing. We'll just definitely set these to 0 just to make sure. Okay. There we go. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So now I'm going to save it. It's good to save. And there we go. And this is how you can edit the call to actions and, you know, add some cool things in there if you want to. Then again, you don't need to do this if you don't want to, or if that's not the free thing or the lead magnet that you're going to give away. I trust this is very helpful. We'll see you in the next video where we're going to edit this video section here. See you in the next video.